How do special interest groups impact democracy? How do special interest groups impact democracy? This question opens up a fascinating discussion about how organized collectives can shape political landscapes. Special interest groups advocate for specific causes and influence democratic processes in various ways. They serve as intermediaries between citizens and policymakers, mobilizing resources and public sentiment to shape legislation. Their activities often mirror broader societal divides, such as economic inequality and cultural differences, which are key topics in political sociology. One of the primary roles of these groups is to amplify voices that might otherwise be unheard in political discussions. For instance, civil rights organizations have played a significant role in advancing minority rights by lobbying for anti-discrimination laws. However, not all groups have equal access to political processes. Wealthier organizations often dominate due to their superior funding and connections, which can skew policy outcomes toward elite interests. This raises important questions about representation and fairness in democratic systems. Special interest groups employ various strategies to influence policy and public opinion. They might engage in lobbying, litigation, or media campaigns to sway decision-makers and shape how issues are framed. For example, environmental groups often emphasize the urgency of climate change, which can shift societal priorities. However, this influence can also lead to narrow agendas that prioritize specific interests over the collective good, especially when corporate interests overshadow grassroots movements. Globalization adds another layer of complexity. It enables transnational advocacy networks, such as human rights coalitions, to operate across borders. At the same time, it empowers multinational corporations to bypass national regulations, complicating democratic accountability. As decision-making increasingly occurs in international arenas, it can become distant from public scrutiny. The practical implications of special interest groups are varied. They provide lawmakers with specialized knowledge, which can improve policy design. Movements like Occupy Wall Street demonstrate how grassroots mobilization can channel public discontent into political engagement. However, the phenomenon of revolving doors between lobbying firms and government can exacerbate regulatory capture, undermining equitable representation. In political sociology, there are differing views on the impact of these groups. Pluralist theories suggest that competition among various groups leads to balanced outcomes. In contrast, elite theorists argue that systemic biases favor entrenched interests, reinforcing social stratification. This tension highlights the ongoing struggle within democracies to reconcile diverse voices with existing inequalities. Special interest groups can democratize participation, but they also risk entrenching power imbalances. Their evolution in the context of globalization continues to test democracy's ability to representing the public effectively in an interconnected world. Understanding these dynamics is essential for addressing challenges related to regulatory fairness and civic inclusion.